Hey, what's up, guys? Joel Pal CHH here, and today I wanted to change pace, get out the horror room for once. But we're, same old CHH, different room. But today we're talking about something cool. Today we're talking about the new Cemetery, House by the Cemetery Arrow Video 4K release. Now, if you guys know, like Blue Underground, they've been pretty consistent at putting out some Fulci stuff, but interestingly enough, they lost some of it too. You guys remember I just did City of the Living Dead, aka The Gates of Hell 4K, and that was from Cauldron, and they did a great job. I mean, they did a really good job on that. But House by the Cemetery was a 4K that they put out themselves. But when I got the win, and I didn't upgrade it because I was really hesitant for the longest time, because Blue Underground did put out a lot of those 4K scan Blu-rays, and they're great. I mean, they really are great. But when Arrow Video announced that they were doing their House by the Cemetery on 4K, I kind of was just like, you know what, damn it, like, I really, really do like those Arrow releases. And I actually have a few, like, they did a Phenomena 4K that I picked up, Arrow did, and it's just remarkable. But they also had Phenomena releases from, I think, Synapse, and they did Tenebrae as well, I think. Arrow did, and then so did Synapse. So the interesting thing is, like, Arrow does a lot of 4K stuff for the Fulcis, for the Argentos, but in America, you'll get stuff from Blue Underground, and now you'll get stuff from Cauldron Films, and you also get stuff from Synapse. You know, I waited, and I thought, like, this release for Arrow, for House by the Cemetery, was one I really wanted. So we'll have a look at the artwork on this one, and really, really dig that. I like the green hue on everything. Of course, you've got our main star on the front, and then you've got Dr. Freudstein with the house, the creepy house behind that, and man, hell of a cover. The back, basically sports, just kind of like a pastel greenish color. House by the Cemetery is on the spine, and this 4K is actually the same exact 4K that you would get from Blue Underground, which is a good thing. You know, if it would have been a new one, I would have been like, oh, that's cool, there's a new 4K scan for this movie. But at the same time, Blue Underground did such a home run. Bill Lustig and Blue Underground did such a home run on the 4K. The fact that it is the same 4K is I'm more than happy with that. And of course, with this release, we get a lot of extras. One of the things that we get right here, I'll show you. And of course, I'll give you my 2 cents on House by the Cemetery. You do get this poster, so on one side, you can rock your artwork, but I really like this. And Sydney actually said she likes this, and she wants to put this in the house. This side for House by the Cemetery, that's beautiful. So you do get this poster. I think these are 16 by 20s, I think. Another thing I like about this release is you get this nice booklet, all kinds of great write-ups in here and pictures. The smell of that new Arrow book, it's so good. And of course, you can have the release have this artwork on the front, or you can swap it to that old school poster style, which I did, and I really like it. So House by the Cemetery, oh, and it's one disc, by the way, and you do get art cards per usual. We'll slide through these. I like these. I'm not too concerned about these. I much prefer having the book and the poster. That I really like getting. And all the backs have that artwork on them, the poster art. And it's one disc. All the special features, and there's a lot, is on the one disc. And being that this is 4K, of course, that means it's region-free. So if you have an American player or whatnot, of course, you're fine. It'll play just fine. But I want to say, of course, like I said, the picture quality for this movie is great. What I love about House by the Cemetery is the atmosphere that the movie sets. Is it a perfect film, though? I wouldn't say so. It's actually quite funny if you watch it with the American dub, because Bob, the son, Bob, has the silliest dub ever, really. It's the funniest dub you'll ever hear in an Italian horror film. It's just simply hysterical. I've watched the film with the Italian audio, but I much prefer watching Italian horror like this with the American dubs. It's just how I roll. I much prefer watching it with the American dubs. Freudstein, the character of Freudstein, is so creepy. He's almost faceless, and he's just terrifying, and I love the look of Freudstein in the film, especially at the end. The climax of seeing him in that tomb under the house, the basement, is creepy. And the scene where the woman realizes there was a gravestone in the living room of the floor is one of the most haunting things you can think of. Fulci was cranking out pure classics, and you can look no further than House by the Cemetery to be a certified classic. It's just so good. I love this movie. Is it the best Fulci? I'm always going to say Zombie. At least today I'm still going to say zombie. But is it a classic Fulci film? You bet your ass it is. It's so good. So when it comes to special features, guys, here, I'm going to take a picture of the back of this and we'll look over some of it. It's so much, I really can't even begin to tell you everything. Like I said, the 4K restoration is from the original negative from Blue Underground. In Dolby Vision and HDR10 compatible, which I really like HDR10. I use that for some movies. Restored original lossless mono audio and English soundtracks. Optional lossless 5.1 English. Look at all the special features, guys. Like I said, just take a look. There is so much stuff. Interviews, archival interviews, documentaries. It's literally nonstop. There's no way I can watch all this. Zero chance I can go through all this. Like I said, sometimes I really like to try to be as... I like to try to look through as much as I can when doing these reviews, but sometimes when there's so much stuff on one disc like that, guys, I would review this next year. I just don't have the time. But what I like about this is I could take this out, put the 4K disc in, and watch a new feature every day for probably a month, and different commentaries and things like that. But I love this movie, guys, House by the Cemetery. This is pure classic Fulci. This is a great 4K scan, and I'm really glad I'm waited on these because my hope is that Arrow puts out Zombie, you know, on 4K, and they do a nice classic chunky box like this, and I can enjoy the film and just pure, beautiful 4K. Because I know Blue Underground did it. I never did upgrade it, and I'm holding out for Arrow to give me a nice chunky box 4K style like this, guys. So there was two versions of this you could have gotten. You could have gotten one with the Italian art on an Italian style art in front with Italian words on it, or you could have gotten this one. I went with this one. I'm happy. I really like this one. Guys, just classic. House by the Cemetery, classic spooky horror film, a classic Fulci film. I love it. Great release from Arrow, guys. Great job. Hoping to get some Zombie soon from you guys on 4K. Hopefully you guys do a nice release of that. But thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on Fulci. Just what's your favorite Fulci film, and are you a fan of House by the Cemetery? I just think it is an absolute classic. Anyway, guys, love you. See you next time. Huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.